Why is the Chrysler Building named so? It is named after one of the original tenants, Auto's executive Walter Chrysler. Walter Percy Chrysler was an American industrial pioneer, American auto industry executive, and founder of the American Chrysler Corporation of the same name. The Chrysler Building was designed by William Van Allen in the Art Deco style and is named for one of its original tenants, automotive executive Walter Chrysler. It is constructed of a steel frame and filled with masonry, with areas of decorative metal cladding. The structure contains 3,862 exterior windows. Approximately 50 metal ornaments protrude at the building's corners on 5 floors, reminiscent of gargoyles on Gothic cathedrals. The 31st floor contains gargoyles. As well as replicas of the 1929 Chrysler radiator caps, and the 61st floor is adorned with eagles as a nod to America's national bird. The Chrysler Building's height and legally mandated setbacks influenced Van Allen in his design. The walls of the lowermost 16 floors rise directly from the sidewalk property lines, except for recess on one side that gives the building a U-shaped floor plan above the 4th floor. There are setbacks on floors 16, 18, 23, 28, and 31, making the building compliant with the 1916 zoning resolution. This gives the building the appearance of a ziggurat on one side and a U-shaped palazzo on the other. Above the 31st floor, there are no more setbacks until the 60th floor, above which the structure is funneled into a Maltese cross shape that blends the square shaft to the finial. The Chrysler Building is renowned for and recognized by its terraced crown, which is an extension of the main tower. Composed of 7 radiating terraced arches, Van Allen's design of the crown is a cruciform groin vault of 7 concentric members with transitioning setbacks. The entire crown is clad with Neurosta steel, ribbed and riveted in a radiating sunburst pattern with many triangular vaulted windows, reminiscent of the spokes of a wheel. The windows are repeated, in smaller form, on the terraced crowns. 7 narrow setbacks. Due to the curved shape of the dome, the Neurosta sheets had to be measured on site, so most of the work was carried out in workshops on the building's 67th and 75th floors. According to Robinson, the terraced crown continues the wedding cake layering of the building itself. This concept is carried forward from the 61st floor, whose eagle gargoyles echo the treatment of the 31st, to the spire, which extends the concept of higher and narrower forward to infinite height and infinitesimal width. This unique treatment emphasizes the building's height, giving it an other. There are 32 elevators in the skyscraper, clustered into 4 banks. At the time of opening, 28 of the elevators were for passenger use. Each bank serves different floors within the building, with several express elevators going from the lobby to a few landings in between, while local elevators connect the landings with the floors above these intermediate landings. As per Walter Chrysler's wishes, the elevators were designed to run at a rate of 900 feet per minute, despite the 700 foot per minute speed restriction enforced in all city elevators at the time. This restriction was loosened soon after the Empire State Building opened in 1931, as that building had also been equipped with high-speed elevators. The Chrysler Building also had 3 of the longest elevator shafts in the world at the time of completion. On the 42nd Street side of the Chrysler Building, a staircase from the street leads directly under the building to the New York City subways 4, 5, 6, 7, and S trains at Grand Central 42nd Street Station. It is part of the structure's original design. The Interborough Rapid Transit Company, which at the time was the operator of all the routes serving the 42nd Street station, originally sued to block construction of the new entrance because it would cause crowding. But the New York City Board of Transportation pushed to allow the corridor anyway. Chrysler eventually built and paid for the building's subway entrance. Work on the new entrance started in March 1930, and it opened along with the Chrysler Building 2 months later. The basement also had a hydrozone water bottling unit that would filter tap water into drinkable water for the building's tenants. The drinkable water would then be bottled and shipped to higher floors. Was this information useful? Please subscribe to the channel, Race to the Top, for more videos.